In today's video, we're going to be going over the fiber laser system. So let's set up the rotary attachment for the fiber. The setup is going to be the same as the CO2, where we have to run the table down to a certain point, cut the machine off, then put the rotary attachment in and plug it in. If we don't do that, we run the risk of damaging the laser.
Turning off the laser cutter will not affect the Foulman reservation.
The same process for taking it out as well. If the machine is on and you unplug the rotary attachment, it could damage the laser very quickly. So we want to make sure that the machine is not operational at the moment that we plug it in or unplug the rotary attachment. We just want to make sure that the rotary attachment fits underneath this lens head. Then we cut the machine off. I like to count to 10. Place the rotary attachment into the table, all the way up against the upper left corner. Take our plug, plug it in the side. Now I can cut the machine back on and let it calibrate to the rotary. Once the machine cuts back on and calibrates to the rotary attachment, we now want to set up our focal point and the level. So we take our mug, place it up against the stopper, then we want to squeeze the slide wheels and push those in. As you see, the mug is now catty corner, so now we want to do the focus and the leveling at the same time. To do so, we use our manual focus tool. We place this on the side. We go to jog mode, and we move to the right. As you see, the table needs to be run down some more. So I'm going to run the table down enough to where I can focus up to this point. Once focused up to this point, I can now roll my level down and make sure that my leveling stayed the same on the left. Now I'll go all the way to the right and rotate that back up so that it touches this manual focus tool. Once this is complete, we have now focused and leveled our mug. Take your manual focus tool out, and now we want to set the lens head to the position that we want to engrave. So I will stay in jog mode and use this red dot pointer to my advantage. I want to set that red dot in the center. So I have this area. This is my proportionate area for this particular mug. Once I do that, I set the centering point and then the move to.
Let's repeat and show you this step.
Once the red dot is in place, I press the centering point button. It tells me 3.207. I then want to place that X measurement into the move to. Once placed, I do not have to worry if my machine loses the measurement point of the centering point if I press reset or send the wrong job over. I will then go to my jobs, and set up my job on CorelDRAW to send over to the machine. Rotary attachment set up for Corel. I'll go to New Document, and now I want to set my proportioned area. In this instance, it's going to be a 3x3 area, because if I hold the mug and I'm looking at the mug, it's going to give me a 3x3 here. So 3x3. Press OK. And now I'm going to import my logo or anything that I want into the machine itself. Import. Drag to desired size. Rotate 90 degrees to the correct side. If the lip of the glass, meaning the part you drink out of, is to the left, the rotation will be positive 90. If the lip of the glass is to the right, like a wine bottle or something with a slim neck on it, the rotation will be negative 90, or you can type in 270. But it's easiest just to determine positive 90 or negative 90. So in this instance, it's to the left, so my rotation is positive 90. I will center it to the page, and then this logo is blue, so I want to turn that black. Go to print, hit print again, and now it's going to bring me to the dashboard. I close the lid, and you see that I don't want to use the camera for the rotary attachment. So to turn the camera off and get it set for my centering point in here, I will go to Advanced, Centering Point, Center, Center, Rotary On. Go back to Preview, and now it takes my camera away and shows me where the center point of my logo actually is. I'll go to my folder, Stainless Steel. We're going to polish this one. Press Import, and you see it gives me all my speeds and powers. I like using the bottom-up direction on the rotary so that I can actually see it engraved as it turns. I'll go to Print, then it sends over to the machine. So now let's talk about focal distance when it comes to a fiber mark. If I was to press play on this particular job, you see it's a very bright beam. That means we are at zero focus at this speed and power and frequency, and it is actually engraving into the metal. If we want to stop that depth of engraving into the metal, we will lower the table, and you see how the beam then becomes dimmer. Well, that's actually giving me a different mark on this. This is why a mark on when you're using the fiber, the focal point is detrimental to what you're looking for, along with speed and power. So if I was to pause this or send another job over at a slower speed, as you see, I'm going very, very slow here, okay? And the more I bring it up, the more sparks happen. Well, I can turn this right here, lower the table to where the beam dims, and I can actually turn stainless steel black without even feeling the stainless steel, without feeling the engraving of it. So once this runs a little bit, we will take it out so that you can see the difference of the engravings. So let's talk about the different marks. So this first mark on this cup, which you will see a close-up shot here in just a moment, that is your etch. So it's actually going into the metal, okay, which on these cups can cause an issue whenever you wash it, and it can cause a rust problem, stuff like that. So you want to do more of an anneal or a polish when it comes to this type of application. A polish turns it more white, and it will polish it up for you and give you that particular look of the steel, just brighter. If we go to anneal, it will actually turn it black, and you cannot feel it. So that would be a better application for this material, is to turn it into a dark contrast mark. So now let's take a look at the close-up of this mug here. So the first part, when we were at zero focus, was an etch. Okay, that might not be the look we're going for, so I moved it out of focus. This is going to be right before the 1/8 inch mark out of focus, and it will whiten it up. Well, if we just slow it down and move it 1/8 out of focus, we can get this nice dark black mark that contrasts very well on stainless steel.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more Maker Monday videos, check out this playlist. You can also learn more about the JCPL Creative Space at www.jesspublib.org/creative space.